felt that for the characters recently that have died, except for Merle, because I think it was really especially cool and touching that they had Daryl kill him, you know?
Well, yeah.
And you haven't really had that for any of the other characters like Andrea or any of the other people, really.
When you really think about it, though, like, when Dale died, it was an unexpected death. Like, if you were just like a casual watcher of the show, had no idea about the comic books or any of the behind the scenes stuff, like that was like, wow, what the hell? That kind of blew you away because it was like, fucking Carl fucks up again.
Yeah, really.
They
should just kill Carl.
They should. Just kill him and leave him in a house. Shoot him in the head. He's never going to leave. But yeah, like with Shane though, and you kind of had that feeling that like, okay, eventually he's going to get taken out.
Yeah,
like
you knew it was coming.
Like somebody in the group is going to get tired of his shit and just fucking take him out, or like he's gonna try and pull a whole Starscream with Rick, and try and overthrow him and like take him out. And if they
his death also had meaning because that's what sort of clicked to the group that you don't have to be bitten or scratched to be a zombie, Yeah. And that's another thing. All these other people who died is like, meh, And like when Sophia died, and that was sort of like the death of hope for them, They were like, oh no, we'll find her, everything will be fine. And it's like, oh shit, we didn't find her,
Yeah.
Well, we did, but she's a zombie.
Yeah. You're like another kid that can't follow fucking directions.
Yeah, really. What's with all these kids, man?
Really? Like, Rick was even calm about it. He's like, okay, look, I know you're scared. I need you to calm down. Follow the path. Keep the sun to your left. Just keep going down that path. You'll come
so
to
just couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
How hard is it to keep the sun to your left? Seriously.
Not pretty hard. Like, I'm stupid. I could do that.
And I wasn't surprised that they didn't kill off the governor. I kind of, suspected that. I mean, I don't know anything about the behind the scenes stuff that he'd only signed on for one season or whatever, but just the way the story arc was going, I just kind of felt like it wasn't going to be over by the end of season 3, but I think it will be fairly early on into season 4. I just kind of have that feeling.
I don't know, man, because the way I looked at it was, it's kind of like the what was it? Empire Strikes Back, I think it was. Where, like, you see Darth Vader kind of, like, looking out the window, like, yeah, don't worry, I'll get him. And it was pretty much that. Like, as the governor's, like, running away from all the mayhem and whatnot, he just kind of looks at the group, he's like, fuck it, I'll be back.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Like,
I'm going to go and cry in a corner right now, but I'll be back.
How dare you. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just felt kind of let down. Like, I loved, like, the build-up to the season 3 finale. I was like, this is going to be fucking great. And then it was just done.
Yeah. They should have brought in more trucks full of zombies and unleashed them.
Yeah, like, if they had more, like, walker bombs or whatnot, like, I thought that would have been cool. But then again, like, the guy with the glasses, I forget his name right now.
Guy with the glasses? Milton?
Milton, thank you. But yeah, like, Milton fucking torched all the zombies that they had.
That's true. In the pits.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. As a season as a whole, I was kind of let down.
Yeah, me too. Although that's what I said about season 2, and then I went back and I rewatched it, and I was kind of blown away by it for different reasons than I expected to be blown away by it when I was watching it. So, who's to say that a revisit of season 3 won't be the same? But I agree. As of right now, I have to say that it wasn't overall that fantastic.
No.
If it kind of felt like Herschel's Farm again, like they're at the prison, they're at the prison, they're at the prison, they're at the prison. They're always at the damn prison, Like, do something. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And don't just kill people off. Like, what I thought would have been really cool is, okay, they ambush the governor. You do the whole thing. You release the smoke bomb or whatever. The crowd goes nuts, but you do it because they know that a section of the prison, or at least they know at least a portion of the prison, is occupied by zombies, right? So why don't they somehow arrange it in their plan to bottleneck them into that region and close them off so that, boom, they're all trapped with zombies? Like, isn't that kind of the smart thing to do? If you're going to do that sort of thing, like, there you go. There's your answer to killing the governor. And not for nothing, I think that would have been a very fitting way to kill the governor, is to have him get eaten alive by zombies.
Yeah, I thought that would have been cool, but I don't know, because like you figure like this guy is like the big villain. Like you gotta have like an over the top kind of death, like something kind of believable for a zombie apocalypse. Which okay, you gotta stretch disbelief a little bit, but you know, I admit, man, I haven't had to stretch disbelief as much for this show as I've had as I had to for like Weeds.
I was thinking that. Yeah, it's kind of like Weeds, where everybody has the gun drawn on Nancy, and she still gets out of it somehow.
Yeah.
But then there's that one time that she doesn't, aka Andrea, and she and she gets screwed over. But
yeah.
But then it still ends up being okay for.
But I fully believe, like I could fully believe like the character of Daryl Dixon with a friggin' crossbow can get through an army of zombies.
Yeah, really.
I can believe that, man. I don't know if you saw this, but there's this website called thechive.com. Oh, you ever been there? Or...
No, haven't heard of it.
Okay. It's a great site. They always got like these goofy pictures and sexy chicks up there. So they had this photo gallery. It was like 33 pictures of a few things that make no sense about The Walking Dead. So, it's like a picture gallery. So the first one is, I think it was Shane was trapped in a school bus, like from season 2, if you remember that.
Yes.
Okay, so it's got the zombies up against the bus, and Rick's hanging out the side of the Hyundai, like pointing the gun and whatnot. And it's like an internet meme kind of thing. It just says Apocalypse starts in 2010, and it has Rick circled in the Hyundai. It says drives a 2013 Hyundai.
Oops.
Like there's a picture of the governor. Just says headshot on first bullet. Can't hit anything else for 10 minutes straight.
Oh, man. There's one that I saw that I liked that was from season 1, I think, or maybe 2, where Shane and Andrea are out walking the streets and they have to shoot zombies. Like they had just like gone through a house or something like that. Yeah. And it shows them, right? And then in the background you can see someone's lawn and it says, "Zombie apocalypse started months ago. Lawns are still mowed."
Yeah. Or it's like the picture with the Captain Kirk. He's got like the arm stretched out. Like, what the hell is this shit? And it just says, "Who the fuck is cutting the grass during a zombie apocalypse?" And it shows the print.
Exactly.
Let's see. There's another picture where the governor just says, "Comes prepared with 15 plus armed people and a nade launcher. Leaves after seeing 2 armed people." There's a picture of Herschel, just says, "Man with one leg, getaway driver."
Yeah, really, that's wise.
This is like the after season 2, I think it was, when they found the prison. Yeah, like at the end of season 2, they have that like shot of the prison. Mm-hmm. It just says, "Prison not far from campsite. Takes 8 months to find it."
Oh man. Seriously, there are some things that if you pay attention closely enough, you're like, what the hell? But it's gonna happen. Every show has that. I don't know if you check out. Have you ever seen The Americans?
No, I never saw that show.
It's a pretty good show. I think it's in its first season right now, and we've been checking that out. It's pretty good.
I'm trying to think. My absolute favorite one of these things, though, is where is it? Oh, here it is. It has a picture of a walker. It just says strong enough to take down a 1,200-pound cow. There's another picture. It says strong enough to pin and eviscerate a grown healthy man. It just has the zombie taking down Dale. Mm-hmm. And then it shows the picture of Carl like getting away from the walker that was like trapped in that lake. Like the foot was stuck.
Yeah, the swamp zombie.
Yeah, just saying not strong enough to hold a small sickly child.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Seriously, because he had just recently recovered from his bullet wound too. So he's out like roaming the swamps and shit. He comes by a walker. And it's no big deal. He just gets away.
Yeah. Now, wasn't there like a point in the season where like Andrea like wanted to kill a kid?
Where she wanted to kill a kid?
Yeah. It was
no, I don't think so.
I think it was like season 2 or 3, something like that, right?
Where she was just like, you know what we should do? We should just kill a kid, man.
No, like somebody that might have been like a threat to the group or something like that.
Well, I think they all wanted, I think, to kill that Randall kid. Remember when they had him hostage and they kept him in the barn and tortured him and whatever and questioned him?
I think, yeah, that was it. Shit, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at this one picture. It didn't make sense to me at first. Like just mentioning that, like, okay, now it makes perfect sense. It just says Andrea's got the picture of Andrea. It just says Andrea, okay with killing a kid who might be a threat to the group, has a hard time with killing a man raising an army to kill the group.
Yeah, but they're like family, so it's different.
Yeah. A lot of these are freaking hilarious. There's a picture of Rick and Glenn just driving in a car. It just says, hey, Glenn, the best thing about the end of the world is not having to look when driving anymore. This is the next picture down. Is Glenn talking to Rick. He's like, I know, Rick, the roads are so empty, only a moron could crash. The next picture is a picture of Lori driving.
Oh my
God damn, I love these things, man.
That's awesome. Because I was thinking, as soon as you said only a moron could crash, I was like, oh, but Lori did. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Which, by the way, like, going back to the whole, zombie can eviscerate, a 250-pound guy, can't get through, broken glass of an automobile.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, remember his, like, tongue was sticking through or something? And he was like, or his mouth was, and he was like getting closer and closer to her.
Yeah.
Like, you're really telling me he can't get through it? Like, because not for nothing, people, if they get into a car wreck, if they have to, they probably could climb through the glass if it was broken already.
Yeah, I mean, if not, you could easily, like, kick it through, like, kick the glass out.
Or, you could probably get through it one way or another. Are you telling me a zombie can't do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Makes no sense sometimes.
No.
I'm still a fan, but...
Oh, me too. It's just, it does leave you scratching your head.
Yeah. But,
maybe we just get too anal about it.
Yeah, this is why we're not writing for TV.
Exactly. But we are available.
Yeah, we are available. And I promise we won't do anything like, put Spider-Man into The Walking Dead.
Although that would be pretty cool.
I don't think he would survive long.
No.
Nah. So, okay,
you should put Superman in The Walking Dead, though. Or Batman.
No. What the hell's Batman going to do for a zombie?
There's zombies everywhere, but I'll take care of them, even though I have a bad cold.
Well, no, because like, you really think about it, like, how convenient would it be? Like, Batman shows up and he's like, I have a cure for the zombie apocalypse. like all the brilliant scientific minds that are left, and like this is the guy that figures it out. Like, and you can't tell me
work, man. I'm telling you, that's the next Batman story arc right there. Well, hey, Superman already fights, Solomon Grundy.
That's true, yeah, but
that's a zombie. There you go.
That's true, but
throw Superman into the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but Solomon was more of a Batman villain, was he not?
No, I thought he was a Superman villain.
No, I could have sworn he was more of a Batman villain, but I could be wrong. It's certainly happened before. It'll happen again. It's like I wasn't a big comic book nerd to know about like Solomon Grundy. So I think like the first time I'd seen him was Batman Superman Public Enemies, that animated movie that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember seeing
the only person that fights Grundy is Batman.
Yeah, which was strange to me. I remember seeing that and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty positive that he was a Superman villain.
Don't you question anything about this, Bruce. I can take down anybody.
I know who he is anyway. I'm going to go attack him even though he's not typically in my comics, but screw it.
Screw it. I'll kick him in the face a couple times. He'll go down like a baby.
But no, like, actually having Superman in the zombie apocalypse would be pretty helpful because, as long as you give him all the powers that he has, like in the movies, like the cold breath and the heat vision, because he could just heat vision right through their faces. Just bzz, bzz, like Cyclops. Cyclops would be really handy in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. You really got to wonder, though, like, if you want to throw comic book characters in there, like, how do you think Wolverine would fare? Like, because he has that, the super healing ability, though.
Yeah, and he can heal, which makes you wonder, would he be able to heal himself from the zombie apocalypse? Maybe that would be the cure, is getting something from his DNA to cure the zombie apocalypse.
I just mentioned that.
You just mentioned what?
I was like, well, he's got that healing ability, and you're like, and yeah, I mean, how would he fare with the that healing ability that he has? Like,
Well, no, I was agreeing with you. You're like you said, he does have the healing ability, and how would that affect, if he gets bit or something? Would he be able to like overcome it and not become a zombie?
I
And maybe the